Sue Cowley. In this programme, I'm going to be looking at how to set up and manage group work more effectively in the classroom.
You've still got another 20 minutes of your art time, so you've got loads of time.
I'm going to be working with teacher Baz Barrett and his Year 3 class at Ward End Primary School in Birmingham. Later, I'll be discussing with Baz how to deal with the behavioural issues that can arise when children work together in groups. But first, we're going into Baz's classroom to see what happens when he asks his children to do some group work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bananas. Australia. Australia, are you? Your pencil. Do you want a pencil, Khadija? You don't need colours yet, you need a pencil. Pencil. You need a pencil. Not a colouring pencil, a pencil. They were my instructions. That's smashing, that's what I want. Still a few rude children who I'm not that happy with. Well done, most of the class. Hands on your head. Remember my instructions. Don't colour anything in yet. Do 3 flags, design 3 flags for your country from your table group. And you use a pencil. Nobody colours yet. All right. Think about your country, please. S for sunny, S for South Africa. Sailing, that's right. Remember why?
Because they got loads of ocean.
A lot of sea, a lot of coastline on the map.
No, beaches.
What did I ask you to do? Why do you think you've got 3 flags there? Come on, use your nozzle. So their country's flag, when you're the Queen of South Africa, so here's the new flag. Hello, Charlotte. You can send him over to me. You're fine. You're doing fine. Next picture. Come on, you need to talk to me about it. OK. Oh dear, once again we've got a few rude people. That's better. Right, remember, you're working together as a group. Some of you are coming up to see me all the time. Ask your partner, ask someone in your team. If you've really got a question for me, put your hand up. Don't come and see me because I'm working with this group here. Have your hands on your head, please. Both of them. Both hands. Both of them. Shh. What I would like you to do is put your felt tip pens, Adam, away in your box of your table. Any chunky felt tip pens, then Fired is going to come round sensibly and politely put them in that tin on my desk, all right? Make sure your name's on the top right-hand corner of your flag. No, I don't want these collected up yet. I want them in a pile in the middle of your desk so I can look at them at home time. Please. Sophia, go and sit on the carpet. You made a bad decision there. Right. I'm going to politely put them in the tin. Like a coat of arms, that's lovely.
It's 1 week later and I've met up again with teacher Baz Barrett. We're going to analyse how his group work went and discuss any behavioural issues that arose. So, Baz, we're going to talk about group work now.
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit about your expectations? What do you want the children to get out of group work?
I want them to be working with a group, with each other, on tasks together, without me having to be there dictating all of the time.
OK. Let's have a look at how they actually move into groups. Now, who gives the paper out, Baz?
Me.
OK. What could you do instead?
Give it to somebody else, or put it on their tables ready for when the lesson starts.
OK. Never, ever do a task in the classroom that you can delegate. A, because you don't want to waste your energy on handing out paper, which made all the children gather around you.
Yeah.
And B, because that could be used as a reward. Let's see who's sitting really well on the carpet. Right, everybody else to your tables, you get to give out the paper. Yeah, if you make it sound exciting, they'll believe it's a reward.
Yeah. That's smashing, that's what I want.
When you choose groups, how does that happen?
Usually at the start of a half term, they'll get into a table group, new table groups, and hopefully they'll be working with people who they've never worked with before in the class.
And how do you feel they get on with group work?
When my back is turned,
there
are some children who are off task, and that's...
It's one of these structures where there is a great likelihood that the children will go off task because you're kind of handing them the reins. Now, the way you can overcome that is by chunking the task down into really short bits. Don't be afraid to keep pulling them back to you, even if it's only for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, to refocus them. Because otherwise you're going to be pulled off in all directions trying to ensure that they're all on task.
South Africa's a place where you'd go on holiday, isn't it? So their country's flag, when you're the Queen of South Africa, you say, OK.
I wonder how much this is actually a group task. I think it's worth thinking about the type of tasks you set.
OK.
Are you actually asking them to do something in a group?
No, not really. They have to share pens.
OK.
And...
Now, you've said to me that there are some tensions between the children in the class.
Yeah.
Do you think that makes you shy away from
it does,
group work?
Yeah, I know there's going to be problems, so I'll just...
Now, it's really essential, I think, to get them working in groups, A, because it's part of what the curriculum requires them to do, but also you're not going to overcome these tensions until they learn to work cooperatively. Yeah? So I think that you need to think about the kind of tasks you're setting and take a few risks. Where have you positioned yourself, Baz?
I'm over here in the corner. Actually, I'm sitting in a bit of a daft place because I was right next to the radiator. I was boiling. But no, I can see the whole class.
OK, you can see them. Do you know what every single child is doing there?
Checking where I am and what they can get away with, I guess.
By positioning yourself with one table, although it's lovely that you're giving them your attention, you've got to focus on the whole class. Even though you can see them, you've got to be there going, do you understand the task? Great, well done. And you can get to individuals and start giving out individual praise.
When I was training, I was always told to stay and work with one group because I'm a resource as well.
OK.
Also, if I get up and walk around, children will start flocking towards me.
Right.
And they'll start getting up as well.
Right, OK, and then you have to, if that's the problem, you have to have a rule with them.
Yeah.
You only get out of your seat if your hand's in the air, you know, they've got to stay in their seats.
Yeah.
Teaching is very physical, you need to be moving around the space the whole time.
Right.
Nice, nice. Really nice way you're using that.
Have your hands on your head, please. Both of them. Both hands.
And you're waiting, using your face. That's really nice.
What would I like you to do? Excuse me, April. You're being quite rude.
OK, you're pointing up the child who was messing around there. A quick sort of is better than saying the name.
Of course.
Because every time you say the name, you're reinforcing that behaviour. And you want to kind of try and ignore some of that stuff.
Tidying up after a night lesson is, especially when you're painting.
It can be a nightmare.
Yeah.
How long do you leave for that normally?
Usually a good 5-minute chunk.
Yeah. I'd always say leave more time than you think you're going to need. That's brilliant, Baz. Well,
Right.
thanks for letting us come into your
That's all right.
classroom. It's been
Anytime.
really fascinating. Now, I'm going to see you in 2 weeks' time, and in the meantime, I thought we could get some ideas for you to actually work on, some stuff that's come out of what we've seen.
Okay.
Now, I was thinking the kind of task that you set for groups, so maybe setting some tasks that actually involve a group activity.
Okay.
Then the other thing I thought you could work on is your role within the classroom as a whole when group work is taking place. So by all means sit with a group for a while and work with them, but first of all pop round, check everybody else. Okay. How does that sound?
Great, okay. Could be hard work, but I'll give it a go.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'm back at Baz's school where he's been trying out some of my suggestions. I'm here today to see how he's getting on with his group work.
Hi Sue, how are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Good, thanks. Not too bad at all.
How are they doing?
Great, so we set them off on a task now.
Yep.
It's to do with their reading, so they've all got to read together.
Yep.
Then they've got to do some follow-up work as a group. And they're going to do some pictures, we've got some people there doing a flow chart together. So we've got some follow-up work together as a group.
Excellent.
Okay. I've got to get back to my red biff. Was or is it is? Good girl.
Baz, how are this group doing?
They're doing smashing.
They're really good, aren't they?
Yes.
They're really on task.
Yep.
Should we check that some of the other groups are on task as well,
Yes,
yeah?
let's, yeah.
I know it's a small room, but
That's
you
right.
can't get stuck. Okay, off you go. Wow, that's a cool
Okay.
drawing.
Do that, my drawing.
Yeah, who's that?
This is June. That's June. This is my one.
Is that in the story? Which one's Jill?
This one.
That one's Jill.
All the characters. Well done, Emily. All the characters. Do all of you get merits? Well, it all depends on whether I'm in a good mood or not at the end of the lesson. At the moment, things are fine. Things are beautiful. All right. I'm happy because, look, listen to your learning objective. Talk about all the main characters in the story and what they're like and how they relate to one another. And that's what you've done, isn't it? All right, I'm going to leave you to it now. If you finish, you can have a little reread of the final story at the end of the book. I think it's about pirates, okay? Enjoy the main characters as well. Remember to put labels
What's his name, Ben?
all the information that you know
What's
about
the
those
task
characters.
you're doing today?
So this is that the main character there?
Draw the main
That's a
character.
pig, isn't it?
And
What do you know about the... Oh,
write
what
about
is it? Is it a dog?
excellent.
What do you know about the dog?
You've written about... Oh, brilliant. Let's see what you've written, Michael.
I'm happy. Can I just grab the... I've got to write down your names. I've got Faria. She's made a prediction. She's got the learning objective. I got Zainab.
So, how do you feel it's going,
Good,
Baz?
yes, very good. They're all on task.
Yeah,
They all
it's
know
excellent.
what they're doing.
Yep.
And I'm more freed up to go around.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
have a look.
you don't have that queue of children that you had before, do
No,
you?
no.
Because you're going to them. And as soon as you see a hand up or somebody getting a little bit niggly, you're going straight to them.
Yeah.
But excellent. I mean, they're much more focused on task, aren't they?
Definitely, yes.
And at least some of them are working as a group. I mean, this group particularly,
They
I think.
are, yeah, they're doing
and
really
here,
well.
she's telling them all to put their hands up to give her
bet she is.
answers. It's brilliant. OK, back to it, Baz.
Right.
So, if children know what's expected of them during group work and the teacher plays a more active role, good behaviour should follow.